The dancers were literally high kicking about 3 inches away from my face. Okay, so it's time to reveal a secret. This is the big geek one here. Hello my lovely Fabaret family, how the heck are ya? Well, after a few crazy, fantastic videos of me down in London on my fantastic West End adventures, I'm back in my musical haven room. It's a bit of an odd time right now because I'm right in the middle of moving house. So yes, the bit behind me back here is all pretty and lovely, but around the camera, my goodness, there's boxes and bags and everything. So today I wanted to share something very special with you. Because I'm having to move house, I'm obviously having to slowly take down all of my theatre memorabilia in my room. And every day when I wake up from this bed, I look at my musical wardrobe, which is over there, and there's lots of lovely pictures of shows and personal memories of theatre. And I thought, hey, whilst I'm taking this all down, why don't I share all this with you? I thought it'd be a great way for you to get to know me a bit better. For those of you who are new here, by the way, hi, my name is Richard. I do a lot of theatre content. Welcome to the Fabaret family. Mwah. If you like what you see here, do click that subscribe button and tick that fabulous little bell so you get notified every time I upload new videos. Yay! So at some point in the next 2-3 weeks, lovies, you'll suddenly see me in a totally different surrounding. And rest assured, I'm going to be doing a video at some point about my entire flat hunting experience. Because shock horror, it's been dramatic. Yeah, I can't even do flat hunting non-dramatically. Everything has to be dramatic at the moment. So I'm going to show you some of the lovely things I've had up on my wall and just tell you some of the stories behind them. So I'll start off with some of the general theatre bits and bobs. So for some reason when I was taking everything down right, I realised I've got loads of stuff for the Hope Mill Theatre in Manchester. It's a fantastic sort of like little off West End kind of style theatre. And at the moment they are showing Rent, which I'm really hoping I get to go see. So as well as that lovely postcard for them, I've also got leaflets for Maine. I remember Maine, that was so amazing because I was on the front row and the dancers were literally high kicking about 3 inches away from my face. Spring Awakening, such powerful music, and they had amazing lighting and staging, and the whole thing was just really powerful and moving. And Pippin, which was such a fantastic production. It was kind of like a circus kind of thing going on with it. And what was so sweet, that was my first ever trip to Hope Mill Theatre, and me and my friend, we just got chatting with the cast in the bar afterwards. They were so lovely and so sweet. I've also got general fabulous bits and bobs down here. So we've got Audrey Hepburn, of course, mwah. Marilyn Monroe, I mean, that goes without saying, she's a queen. Chocolate makes the world go round. That's a very important life lesson for when you first wake up every morning and see your wardrobe. Oh, and I've got lovely leaflets here for Magic Goes Wrong and Grown Ups, which are both done by Mischief Theatre. I have to admit, I had a bit more of an emotional connection to Grown Ups just because the story was quite moving, actually. It was a story that everyone can relate to about their times at school and growing up. But yes, Mischief Theatre, I love them. Mwah. Oh, and then we've got the fabulous Liza Pullman here, leaflet from her time at the Darlington Hippodrome singing Barbra Streisand. And Liza's part of Fascinating Ada. I got to meet her, she was so lovely. Then we have another Broadway legend, Bernadette Peters. This was so incredible. So I actually went to see it in Manchester in 2016. And the reason I specifically remember that year is because it was only about 10 days after I'd been on Britain's Got Talent. And it was so hilarious because there was obviously thousands of people there waiting to meet her afterwards, to sign, to get photos kind of thing. And I didn't want to bother her too much because obviously she'd just done an amazing show. So I kind of got a few selfies from the back, that kind of thing. But what was so funny, when I was walking away afterwards, someone came up to me and asked me for like a photo. And they were like, I recognise you from Britain's Got Talent, can I have a photo? And I was like, oh, go on then. Oh, and then we've got lovely leaflets here for Ain't Misbehaving, Come From Away, Sweet Charity, which starred Anne-Marie Duff at the Donmar Warehouse, the wonderful film La La Land, Rosalie Craig and Patti LuPone's version of Company, the National Theatre's version of Follies, and I've got a card of Mr. Happy. Just because, you know, Mr. Happy, he's great, he's fabulous. Oh, and some other brilliant life quotes here. So we've got Life is a Cabaret, obviously. And I don't know if this beats the chocolate makes the world go round quote. This is a tricky one. Eat cake and drink cocktails in bed. I think when I move into my new place, I'm gonna find a place for that so that I see that when I wake up every morning from my bed. Right, lovies, time to get onto the more personal bits. So first of all, we've got You're a Star. Isn't that fabulous? So a friend gave me this on a birthday card. God, about 10, 11 years ago, and I've just hung on to it because for some reason that little smiling gold star, it just always makes me happy. And this was when Glee was first starting out and Rachel Berry had a whole gold star thing going on.
Every time I sign my name, I put a gold star after it, but it's a metaphor. And metaphors are important. My gold stars are a metaphor for me being a star.
And yeah, I just felt like Rachel Berry with this. Okay, so it's time to reveal a secret. So this is a clip out from the Mousetrap programme. And this chap here is Mr. Nick Wishner. So Nick Wishner, he's very involved with the Guildford Fringe Festival each year. And we actually went to school together. He was about 3 or 4 years my senior. And he had the most amazing, mesmerising singing voice. He still does. So here we go, here's my secret. Nick was one of my first ever, like, theatre crushes. Like, because Nick was so talented and, oh, so handsome. And he always got the lead in every musical we did and everything. And he did concerts and stuff, and oh, you would just melt listening to his voice. So yeah, you never forget your school crushes, do you? We got a Spice Girls clip out and another Spice Girls clip out. Anyone that knows me knows that I was a massive Spice Girls fan back in the 90s. I actually never went to see the Viva Forever musical. So Viva Forever was the jukebox musical of the Spice Girls. It was one of those things that the Spice Girls was so precious to me that I was like, this musical could be the greatest thing in the world, and it still might ruin things for me with listening to their music. And it didn't last very long on the West End. There was never even a cast recording released. Right, lovely. So the next thing I wanted to show you was all of these amazing theatrical cards. So there's a shop in Covent Garden. It's called Benjamin Pollock's Toy Shop, and they sell lots of like really amazing like vintage toys and puzzles, and you can even buy little theatres that you can create with like little cardboard characters and everything. It's amazing. But one of the things I particularly love, they have this little postcard stand, right? And these postcards, they are so theatrical. They're fabulous. God, I need a gin. Yep, I can relate to that. You're fabulous, darling. Always a drama. You're a star. Oh, thank you, darling. So are you. Mwah. Curtain call time, darling. I saved this one till last because this is hilarious. This looks a lot like the dress I was wearing for my Le Cage aux Folles medley I did in a concert a couple of weeks ago. Camp? What? Right, I put this here, and I'm going to put my picture of Le Cage aux Folles up next to it. What do you reckon, guys? Yeah? Pretty similar, I reckon. Yeah. So this is a leaflet from Fascinating Aida's concert they did at the South Bank Centre from Christmas 2019 into January 2020. And I've already shown you the leaflet from Liza Pullman's Barbra Streisand concert before. That's Liza, just there. They do hilarious like cabaret style songs about literally anything. Nothing is taboo with these lovely peeps. So this is special because this is the last show I saw in London before the pandemic took over. And also it was like a Christmas/birthday present for my dad. Here we go. This isn't really theatrical at all, but this is a little present I got from someone I used to work with at the theatre. So they were doing like these Lego stickers with some kind of promotion, and my mate Richard gave me this one because he said it just reminded him so much of me. So on the bottom it says, the unicorn girl is on a glitter-filled mission to make everyone believe unicorns are the real deal. A glitter-filled mission. I can definitely relate to that. Oh, we've got some lovely stuff here from the York Light Opera Company that I do shows with. So this is a little bit of the York Light side by side by Sondheim show that we did in summer 2019, and we're hopefully going to be reviving it a bit in the next year to other concert venues and stuff. And look, there's me wearing a tutu. Nothing's changed. There we go, give you a close-up of that tutu. There we go, fabulous stuff. Oh, this is for, okay, so this is from the first show that I did with York Light Opera Company. We did Avenue Q, which today is still one of my most favourite theatre experiences of all time. So if you've ever seen Avenue Q, there's a song in it called Purpose, and the main character of Princeton, he finds this penny on the floor and he picks it up and says, oh, it's a penny from the year I was born. It's a sign. Okay, and then he goes off into his whole Purpose song. So what was really sweet, the person we had playing Gary Coleman, her name was Lauren, and she gave everyone this present on the final day, which I've still got 7 years later. Look, Avenue Q. Oh look, here's a penny. It's from the year I was born. And that is actually a penny from the year I was born. Oh, I've got my card here from when I used to do youth theatre at York Theatre Royal. I did about 5-6 years of youth theatre, like volunteering and assisting and running my own workshops and playing at weeks actually towards the end. It was really fantastic. So every summer, what I do now, my lovely Fab fam, is instead of going like on a summer holiday to somewhere warm and sunny, as normal people would do, I go to the glamorous Lancaster University and I take part in Ross Summer School, which is a fantastic like, theatre summer school for adults, a week long. It's about 80 people or so who are just as passionate about theatre as I am, and it's so fantastic. So yeah, these are my ID cards from the 3 years I've done in 2017, 2018 and 2019. Of course, we didn't do anything in 2020 because of the pandemic. We were meant to have a fabulous little reunion in 2021, but I decided we weren't going to do that just because of COVID safety and everything. But 2022, darn it, we are there. I've also got some bits here, my darlings, from another York Light Opera Company show I did, from Guys and Dolls. Guys and Dolls, again, one of my favourite roles I've ever done. I played the role of Nicey Johnson. I got to eat loads of sweets on stage every night and sing fantastic songs in a suit. You can't complain with that. So here's a picture of me and my fabulous buddy Pierre, who played Benny, along with the other ensemble members, and this was us singing the Guys and Dolls number. I've got a music birthday card here from my niece. That's her drawing a ukulele for my birthday. And on the back, it's got an alien because, yeah, why not? Oh, this is nice, lovelies. There's a great musical called Ordinary Days. And it's like an off-Broadway show. It only needs about 4 or 5 people and a piano and you're sorted. But yeah, some friends of mine were in a production of this and I sat on the front row when I went to see it. And there's a bit at the start of the show where the character comes out and his job is to give out like motivational leaflets to people. So this chap, Sam, who was playing the role, gave me one of these motivational leaflets. On the road of life, let no obstacle, great or small, stand in your way. Right, that's great to wake up and see on your wardrobe every morning. Okay, this is the big geek one here. Here we go. So to give you a bit of backstory, my lovely Fab fam, what I tried to do at some point is I was determined to say, even if it was just for 2 days, yes, I've seen every musical that's on in London. So every time I went down to London to see more shows, I would go to like one of the ticket places that they would sell cheap tickets at. And they always had this leaflet which like summarised all of the shows that were on. So every time I went down there, I'd grab the most up-to-date leaflets and then I would highlight the shows that I've seen. So you see, the ones here in red, they're musicals. The ones in blue, they're plays. So I didn't count the plays, we were just going for musicals. So this is from October 2018, and look at that. Every single musical highlighted. The irony was, I think it was literally about 3 days later, there was a new show opening up, which wasn't on this list. So it was only about 3 days, but I finally was able to say, yes, I've seen every musical in London. Haha. So I know it seems silly, but that was like a really big bucket list achievement for me. Oh, my lovely Fab fam, I'm gonna finish with something really special. So these, my lovelies, are postcards from my fabulous trip to New York in 2005. I went with my mum for my 18th birthday. And I've had these postcards laminated. They were purchased by me when I was 18 on a New York street. And so yeah, they're really special to me. That's why I've had them laminated, because you know, New York is such a special place. I hope to go back there sometime, get back to Broadway. But also because of the fact that I went there with my mum, and I love my mum, I miss my mum. If you've got a mum, my darlings, then you know, make sure you speak to her all the time and show her you love her, because you never know when she'll be gone. Well, my lovely Fab fam, that's my musical wardrobe. If you enjoyed this video, my lovelies, then like, share, comment, subscribe. Fabaret is now properly on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, trying to get my head around TikTok. Search for Fabaret on Facebook and TikTok, or Fabaret_Richard on Twitter and Instagram. I love you so much, my darlings. Mwah. Stay fab with Fabaret. Bye. Mwah.